What's up, guys? It's Morgan here. Definitely a Friday. Had some technical difficulties. I don't know what was up. Anyways, it didn't catch my entry. Just to let you guys know, I got in um, to a trade about here um, to the downside with some puts, just three of them. Again, this is one of my small accounts, but just illustrating how I trade with it. And so right now, technically down 10 cents a contract, so $30, not a big deal. Because I think that Snap overall for the day is going to trend down personally. Um, and I've got more time to trade than I usually do. So just to give you an idea of kind of the trend that I'm seeing, some people would say, oh, this is flagging. This is going to break to the upside. It's a Friday and Snap is near all time highs. I kind of feel like it's about that time where Snap's going to, you know, start to dump a little bit, is kind of my theory. I might be wrong. I might be right, but it's had some pretty significant down moves after this big up move. And a lot of times it will, when it starts into a downtrend that way, early in the day, it's usually pretty resilient at it. And I feel like a lot of the volume has been to the short side. So that's what I'm banking on. I got another reversal candle here. So I feel really good about my initial entry. Sorry you couldn't see that. But hopefully, if we can really punch through this 77 level, I think the downside's tremendous. It'll go rather quickly, even though we're down low in RSI. If it can stay under 77 consistently for a little bit, I think we make money on the trade. And you'll notice we're now up 5 cents a contract if I were to sell right now. So that's $15. I want a little more. I don't think it's completely oversold yet. I want to see it punch through this level, and especially where it's kind of, you know, bouncing up and kind of flagging down. I feel like there is a lot of room to the downside, and if we get that, then this trade's going to be way better than $15 a contract. So I'm going to kind of ride this out a little bit and see. And as long as it doesn't really look like it's going to push back to the upside, I feel really good about this trade. I feel good about, this for a Friday. As you can tell, I was ready for a Friday anyways. So let's see. Let's see what shakes out on this. And this is what's nice, is even though it started strong, you know, this is clearly trending back down, especially if we get down back to open, that kind of thing. And let's see. Yeah, I mean, we're still sitting at profiting 5 a contract, and it continues to show weakness so far. Like I said, my hope is that it can stay under 77, because that's like a key level. Those round numbers are kind of big time support and resistance levels. And so if we can keep it down there, then we feel really, really good about our trade. And where somebody's asking 203 for it, I can always kind of manipulate this price to go down, and again, $15 isn't really. I'm hoping for one more big move down to the downside, but then of course it gets a little pop right above 77. It's going to sit here and toy with this level. But that's the nice thing, is I have some time. I have some time to kind of ride this trade out. I'm not worried about it. Now, if it gets massive volume and punches right through that level, then I start to go, crap. But right now, everything works in my favor, that I'm up in the trade. I've got plenty of time. These options expire next weekend, or next Friday. And, we're right at a key level. So I'm not really worried if it kind of sits here and bounces, because, again, that overall trend is down. Now, if it punches through that and looks like it's reversing strong, then I'm a little worried about it, because it is starting to tighten a little bit. This was a big move. This was a big move. And then now this is like a little bit tighter. So, again, you've got to kind of be patient when you trade. And I don't feel like I forced the trade. I just feel like the options pricing didn't really work out for me the way that I wanted to. And then I had the technical difficulties trying to film it. So like I said, I'm still confident that we're going to get these retests and stuff, especially if it shows weakness here. This is where I feel really good about this trade, And if you look, I think on the 5 minute, no, 5 still has not. Oh, yes, 5 does show that we're in the reversal on that side. So, feel pretty good about the chances here of profiting from the trade. And again, that's why I'm also okay if it's like, getting a little bit of a spike back up, whatever, shows immediate weakness again. And I mean, we're only down $7 a contract, so from being 5 up. But I mean, this goes back to your risk tolerance. I could have taken, that $15 for the day and walked away. And again, this is a small account, but I like to give it some time to develop. You see the RSIs even in a downtrend from here. Like I said, all of those factors lead me to believe K-Bears are in control. Wait until that's not the case. And since my options expire next week, I have plenty of time for them to yield me some profit on it and walk away really happy. Because notice how the highs are getting lower and the lows are getting lower. That's a good sign. We just got to make sure that we're, getting through the 76 levels. Because if it bases too much around 77, that could springboard it back up, say I don't know, maybe the 78 range. Snap will move, a dollar either direction just like that. I mean, look at these candles. Everything it gave away, it just got back that fast. So usually I go long side on Snap on almost any bounce, just because for some reason it is so. I always say this: it's resilient to the upside. It always is somehow. Unlike some of these other stocks that are much more willing to break down to the short side. Snap is so resilient. So that's one thing that I keep in mind is I'm always cautious going to the short side. And I wished I could have, been up earlier and caught this, because if I'd have caught this, it'd been beautiful. Like that had been easy, holding it all the way down to here, losing $1.50 in price. That's an excellent move to be on the short side of, and especially with options. But unfortunately, it's Friday. Couldn't get out of bed, and some of that had a few things to take care of first thing going into the weekend. So this is the other thing that I want to bring up about Snap that's kind of weird is notice how you got some big volume, bigger volume, I guess, for the 1 minute candles are kind of, you see this line with my mouse. It will spike up pretty heavily on super low volume. This is like, it's an oddity of Snap. I haven't seen many of these big market cap stocks that move quite like Snap does with that, which is one of the reasons why I trade it. But like I said, it's kind of odd how big a move Snap can give you with almost no volume. And sometimes that works at the downside, but it seems more predominantly on the long side. So don't know what that is, but that's what it does. One of these other things that I want to, I'm not so worried about this after hours junk, but like just in general, Snap's been doing a lot of reversing in that 55 range on the RSI. So it's kind of interesting to me. Let's see what we got. So we're down about 10 a contract, down about $30 from being up $15. This goes back to what I was saying about your risk tolerance, holding too long, and failing out of a trade. I know what my absolute numbers are of where I need to go away with it. Walk away with the money, call it a good day. Don't get too greedy. But like I said, I mean, $15 in this account isn't. I'd rather take a little bit of a loss, honestly, trying to get that, especially where, like I said, it's Friday. Fridays historically aren't the best bullish days for Snap in my experience, so that's why I play it this way. I'll stick short side for now. And again, it's a unique day that I actually have some time to trade, versus some of the other days I only have, half an hour to an hour. And a lot of times that works better for me. I don't overthink a trade. I don't do any of that. But today I'm happy to kind of watch it, observe what it's doing, and see kind of what we're looking at. If you get a chance, comment down below specifics on any videos or information that you personally would like to pick my brain on. I'm always curious what my subscribers and anyone watching the video might want to know. And I like to cater to that too, because that's what I want to be as a resource to you guys. Again, I'm not saying I'm the most expert trader out there. I'm not. I'm not perfect and I don't know everything, but I'm always willing to share kind of my perspective on things and just kind of how I view, the market, particular things with, for instance, day trading. I had so many questions. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I've had resources I've bounced stuff off of and opinions and whatnot. But um, you know, I am curious what you guys want to learn about, what you guys might want to know or don't feel as confident in, because you know what, that helps me know what kind of content to put out there to help you. And you know, so feel free to comment down below. Let me know how I can help you, because ultimately that's what I'm here for. That's why I post these videos, is because I have friends and family who want to know what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, etc. And so I'm more than happy to share. Here we go. Nice move. Nice move. There we go. 197. These big outsized moves, guys. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Boom. There's the play. See, I could get a little bit more out of this. We sold at 201 though. I feel really good about that. Got out of the trade. Now I could look to go oppo and see how this is punching down a little bit more. If I wanted to hang around even longer, I could do that. I don't want to do that. $33 isn't a terrible day. Again, this is a very small account, and that's what you got to base your trades on, is your account size, like your position size. I'll do a video actually about how I approach it, and just give you some examples. But just keep in mind, like, you don't got to go overboard with any of that. You could Wall Street bets it, all in, go for it. For me, that didn't really work out too well. I'm more content to get my fixed trading and really enjoy it. I might swing a long side trade actually from here in just a second, because this is looking like it's starting to base a little bit. But keep in mind, again, here's another live trade for you. Not a perfect example. Like I said, these indicators aren't perfect, but they help me. My consistency's gone way up. So as you have questions, put them down in the comments. I'd love to answer them. And have a great rest of your Friday.